Well, I think it's fair to say that this promises to be a very interesting day. I think the gamble during the week was the weather going to hold? Were we going to get rid of the rain? Were we going to have rain showers? That's all behind us now. We're here at the Bristol track where we know we've seen good racing before. The guys have done a fantastic job preparing the track, and what a lineup. It would be easy to say that what's important today is getting through to the British Masters and getting a qualification place, which is just the top 8 solos and just the top 10 sidecars. So really the interesting thing for me is always going to be not necessarily who's going out there doing the winning, because yes, they will qualify, but a little bit further down the field you've got people that know if they get 8th, 9th, 10th in the sidecars, they get a trip out in the British Masters. That's the big one, that's the target. But before all that, I think you'll agree, we've got a lot of good racing to go ahead today. Well, always try and get a word with a few riders and see what they're thinking. Looking on the face of this meeting, Steve, it's going to be about qualifying for the Masters, isn't it?
Every race counts today, so that's how I like it, you know. Everyone's got a race for every leg. And yeah, we'll just get out and have a bit of fun, mate, you know. So haven't even looked in who's my races, so you know, I just get out there and do 4 laps and come back again, you know.
Absolutely. But I mean, you've raised an interesting point, because with the Masters format it is points every single ride all the way through to the final, so it's going to be a little bit about consistency today, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, and it's like you say, every point counts today, so like I say, every race is pretty much treated as a final, so you know, there isn't any reserving your energy for the semis and the final, so yeah, each race counts, so you know, that's how I like it.
Absolutely, and plenty of competition.
Yes.
Wish you the best of luck.
Cheers, mate, thank you very
All
much. Cheers, thank you.
Well, when we look at the sidecar class, I think there was a few surprises to see that Paul Whitelum, you're in the programme today. Disappointed you didn't go straight through to the Masters?
Yeah, for sure, but we didn't have a good Masters last year. I think we finished in 7th, but you know, we've got to do it, so.
Absolutely, and one of the interesting things for me about these qualifiers, it's Masters format, it's scoring all the way through, so it's a little bit about consistency, isn't it, today?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I actually like this way. I seem to score well all through the day, so yeah, it might suit me.
Yep, well, I hope to see you in the Masters, and obviously you've got to ask about machinery. Everything tip-top?
For sure, it's actually going quite good.
Oh, that's always good to hear.
We've had a lot of problems with it recently, or end of last year really, but now it's going really good, no complaints.
Brilliant. Well, we'll see what the day brings. Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very
Hopefully
much.
see you at the Masters.
Cheers.
Well, as we move around the pits, obviously trying to get as much as we can from the riders. You've been out for practice, Rob. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels good. Track feels good, you know. It's all fine, not too bad.
Oh, good to hear. Is there an air of disappointment that you've got to do the qualifier this year?
Nah, not at all, because I haven't rode the Masters for about 6 years now, so I'm only just doing this qualifier purely just as a meeting. I've got no interest in actually riding the Masters, to be honest. If I do qualify, I won't be riding the Masters.
Oh dear.
So I'm just, to me, I've just got no interest in the Masters at all.
Yeah. So just looking for a good ride today?
Yeah, that's it, just supporting another localish club, you know, that's all I'm interested in. I've had my issues with the way the Masters is run, and that's why I haven't done it for so many years, and I haven't done the qualifier, and I'm purely doing this just to come and have a day out and fun. Whether I qualify or not makes no difference to me anyway.
Ah, brilliant. Well, that obviously puts a different angle on it, because what the other riders won't know is that could mean another place for another rider.
Well, yeah, it'll definitely mean another place for another rider. So if I won the meeting, made the last qualifying place, makes no difference, you know. I'm
brilliant.
just here just to enjoy it, and I say support another local club, which I say when I'm disappointed in the lineup, because I think it's the Masters qualifier, and I think there's so many other good riders that should be here that aren't.
Yes.
So, you know, I feel sorry for Bristol in that sense that they haven't got, you know, they haven't been able to, you know, there's so many good riders who should be here that aren't, and I think the paying public and Bristol as a club are missing out on what could be another good meeting, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
That's my argument is with the way the Masters is run, and that's why I kind of refused to ride in it for so many years.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
well, it certainly puts another perspective on it, and I'm certainly going to try and enjoy the racing today.
No,
I hope you have a good day.
Yeah, you know, I'd say it doesn't matter what level they're at. You know, they're all going to put on a good show, like. So that's the main thing, like. So I mean, you know, weather's been kind to us.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So hopefully it'll be a good meeting.
Yes, indeed. Great. Thanks for talking to us, Rob.
Mate, thank you.
All the very best.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Bye-bye. Well, taking our attention back to the sidecars again, Neil. It's great to see you again, but disappointment that you're competing at the qualifier?
Last year's Masters, it was the top 6 sort of got away from us a little bit, and I think the next 4 or 5 was really tight. But we just got to edge a little bit further into the top 6.
But you've ridden this track before. You like the track?
Track's alright, you know, it's the same for everyone. It is a little bit rough out there, but bring it on, innit? Bring it on.
Absolutely. And Jason, looking forward to it?
Yeah. No, it's a bit challenging out there, but like you say, it's the same for everybody out there. So
yes, it is.
we've all on a level playing field.
Yeah,
so.
I think what I've been saying to everybody is that there's almost a secondary importance, isn't there? It's actually getting into the Masters that's key today.
Exactly, that's the main objective. Not worrying about a podium, just qualification today.
Absolutely.
And then concentrate on the big one in August.
Yep,
so.
that's it. Well, wish you both the best of luck.
Every heat is a final.
That's
well,
what we've got to treat
with
it
the
as.
point system as well.
Yes,
it's
yeah.
like, you know, you need to score points all through the day, don't you?
Through game. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's it.
Brilliant.
Thank you very
Best of
much.
luck, guys.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Speak to you later. Well, no doubt about the fact that sidecar competition is going to be tough this afternoon. Matt, I think I've just got to say, you've been here many times before, haven't you?
Yeah, a few too many times now. It'd be nice to just actually, finish in the top 6 and not have to worry about this. It would make the wife really happy because this is when she always wants to go on holiday. Whenever the qualifier's on, you can guarantee she wants to go on holiday. So, we'll be pushing for definitely for this year podium at the Masters, or if not, at least get in that top 6 so we don't have to qualify next year.
Yeah, absolutely. But with the Masters format, scoring all through the afternoon, it's going to be a little bit about consistency, isn't it?
Yeah. And we've started to get the consistency this year. Last year and previous years, we may have had one or two real good races, and then we've been let down by something, whether it be a starting issue or whatever. But this year we seem to be consistently in the top 2 in most races. So we've kind of got the start we wanted this year.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's confident.
Yeah.
Well, you've been out for practice. What do you make of the track?
It's quite bumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah, top turn's really bumpy, but the bottom's not too bad. It's not a bad track.
So, as I've heard many times this morning, same for everybody.
Yeah, same for everyone.
And, really, it's all about getting to that Masters, isn't it?
That's it. I mean, we always want to win a meeting, but the end game is to qualify, and that is it.
Yeah.
But we're actually aiming to win it. But as long as we qualify, that's job done for me.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully speaking to you later.
Nice one. Thank you very
all
much.
the best.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Well, we'll stay with the sidecars for the moment, and Kieran, it's a tough one today, isn't it? Help me out here.
It's going to be a tough one. The track seems quite difficult at the minute. Went out for the first one and I couldn't get the front wheel down on the bike. So we come back and changed the gear and been out and tried it again. Now it's just time to wait for the first race.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, the interesting thing for me always is with a qualifier like this, under the Masters format, it's about consistency during the day. You're scoring on every single race, aren't you? So there's no quarter given. You know, you've got to keep it going.
Yeah, and it's qualifying all the way through to the final as well. So points carry all day.
But feeling confident that you'll get through?
Yeah, should do. Hope so. Should be all right.
That's what we like to hear. And how did you enjoy practice?
Yeah, it was alright. It's a little bit rough, but it's Grasstrack, isn't it? You know, everyone's got to ride the same track.
Absolutely.
We just have to treat every race like a final when it's this format.
Yes, you do.
Which makes it exciting for the crowd as well, I think. So.
Well, fingers crossed. I'm certainly looking forward to it because I don't think it's easy to put on paper who's exactly going through.
No.
So, tough competition as the day goes on.
Yeah.
Wish you all the best, guys.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you very
Thanks a
much.
lot.
Cheers.
Well, I think I had to have a word with you, Tony, because I noticed you out there in practice and talking to one or two of the people saying you didn't really ride that many meetings last year, but a lot more this year.
Yeah, I did a couple at the end of last season just to see if I still fancied it. I went to the British Masters final at Cheshire and to watch and thought, do I want to sort of come back because I was going to give up Speedway. And I did a couple of meetings, quite enjoyed them. And obviously this year I'm going to sort of concentrate on doing grass track racing again.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people who would feel the same as me. It's good to see riders like yourself. You've got the equipment, you've got the capability. With this Masters, it's all about actually consistency through the day, isn't it? It's scoring every single race, if you like.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, you go to any meeting and you try your best, don't you? But at the end of it all, you know, I mean, for me, I don't know most of the riders now, so it's, you know, I mean, I've rode in a couple of meetings this year and thought, oh, there's nobody in this race, and then they've been miles in front, and you know, so you just don't know. It's just learning the game again, isn't it? You know, and it's difficult to come back to something that you were quite good at, because obviously people expect a lot of you. So I expect a lot of myself. So, but obviously I'm over 21 now. So.
No, I mean, you've hit the nail on the head, really, because there was a lot of crowd up there on that top bend saying, oh, it's Tony Atkin, he's back, you know, he's going to win it, you know, so...
That's the hard thing, you know.
A little bit of pressure.
Yeah, you know, I mean, joking apart, you know, I'm 53 now, so, you know, but I always look at somebody like Malcolm Simmons, who come back at around the same age.
Absolutely.
And he had 3 or 4 years, and I do feel quite good on my bike. Like I say, I had a meeting last week and rode okay, you know, rode like I used to be able to ride, so it's just building back to that.
Excellent.
You know, so I'll try my best. You know, you never know in a meeting like this. Like I say, I just don't know the level of competition. I'll either come away thinking, you know, I'm well off the pace, or I'll come away thinking, oh, I'm getting close to where I want to be. So
I will watch with interest as the day goes on, but wish you the best of luck, Tony.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Enjoy it.
All the best.
Thank you.
The first thing is, I haven't got a clue when we're going to start this meeting. The main reason being, we're actually waiting for the county ambulance, and the paramedic is still in the ambulance over there, waiting for the county to come. And they won't give us a time when the county's coming. So like I said, it could be 10 minutes, it could be half an hour, it could be an hour. I really do not have any idea on that one. Back to the racing side of it, I'll start on the starts. On the starts, when you go to the start, there's a light on both starts, and it'll be on red when you go into start. When it goes to green, you will then be under starter's orders, and basically, a few seconds, whatever after that goes to green, you will go. If you touch the tapes today, obviously you're out. There is no warnings today. You touch the tapes, you will be sent back to the pits. I'm sorry about that, but that's the rules. Equally, in practice, you're pretty good on the flags, but there's a hell of a lot going. Take flags in racing. We use our common sense, of course we will. I don't know where Paul's too. Paul's on the top bend, I'm on the bottom bend. We use our common sense, but if we think you're taking the mickey out of us, we will exclude you. So if you take flags out, just be warned. If we think you're doing it to get an advantage or taking the mickey out of us, we will exclude you. Equally, I want to run right through to the fourth flag, especially now with this, to go to the interval. Also, they are forecasting rain at about 4 o'clock this afternoon. I want to get the meeting through so we get the result, and I don't want to get wet myself. And I'm stood out there and so is Paul, and we do not want to get wet, alright? So please be in the pit box, ready for your next race. If you're not there, you will be given 2 minutes. If you're not bed to the line in 2 minutes, you will again be excluded. I'm sorry about all these exclusions today, but this is a qualifier for the Masters. And I think that's it, really. Anybody got any questions? That's what I'd like to hear. Right, have a good day's race, and we were going to have a riders' parade, but I have no paramedic. I know it sounds really stupid, you'll be going at walking pace, but you only have to fall off at walking pace and you still break something. So I cannot take the chance of having a parade. However, if we get that county ambulance with about 10 minutes to go, I'm prepared to do a riders' parade. But at the moment, I'm not prepared to do it, okay? So anyway, have a good day's race and see you all at the end of the night. Thank you.
First race coming out of gate 1, we've got Aaron Butcher, number 20. Aaron's been going very well and of course topped the national grading list last year, so he was the first name down for entries for today's meeting. Daniel Winterton, one of the top riders last year. The one that I'm really interested in this race is number 66, Stephen Green. He's coming out of gate 3. He made his European debut last week at the European solo semi-final, and he certainly didn't look out of his depth. And he's been going really well this season, Stephen Green, so he's one to watch out of gate 3 in this one. So the tapes go up on this race, number 1, and it is Martyn Sturgeon and Daniel Winterton who have made an excellent start, and they fly into that slippery bend. I can see Stephen Green coming up the inside already. He's trying to find a way through up the inside, but it is number 12, Daniel Winterton who leads, but Martyn Sturgeon's come right around the outside and past him, so back into the big corner. Now Stephen Green is starting to make movements in that third place. He's trying a very wide line, but Martyn Sturgeon is definitely not out of danger in front. So Martyn Sturgeon throws the machine sideways Winterton's got a very tight line up on that top corner, but he cannot make any ground on Martyn Sturgeon at the moment. He still leads his race. Stephen Green has changed lines, he's come inside, and he's trying to come up the inside of Daniel Winterton this time. In fourth, I can see Ryan Ashcroft having a good ride in fourth place, but at the front, Martyn Sturgeon, he's got it all under control at the moment as the last lap and flag is made ready. Daniel Winterton still trying to plug away on that inside line, but he just cannot make up any room on Martyn Sturgeon. Stephen Green still in that third, looking lively. Ryan Ashcroft now is doubling that surface. Jamie Fenn-Smith comes up the inside of him trying to get that fourth place, but at the front, as the checker flag is made ready, it's going to be a win in race number 1 for number 15, Martyn Sturgeon. Daniel Winterton comes home in second, Stephen Green number 66 third, Ryan Ashcroft fourth, Jamie Fenn-Smith comes home in fifth, Aaron Butcher number 20 is in sixth, Jordan Noel in seventh, and Rob Teed comes home in eighth.
Does it begin with F? No. I'm trying to avoid that there, do you know what I mean? I don't want to fall out of that.
So the results of race number 1, the 500cc solos. I think what we'll do is we'll go down the list of points. So number 12, Daniel Winterton in race 1 scores 7 points. Number 15, Martyn Sturgeon, an excellent way to start his British Masters Qualifier, 9 points for him. Number 17, Rob Teed, 1 point. Number 20, Aaron Butcher, 3 points. Number 32, Jamie Fenn-Smith, replacing Scott Ryan, of course, 4 points. Number 45, Ryan Ashcroft, 5 points. Number 66, Stephen Green, 6 points. And number 95, Jordan Noel, 2 points. From the top, your points should read 7, 9, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2. Word from the clerk of the course is that from this point forward, races will be 3 laps. Dropping a lap for the rest of the day. So 3 laps to make up some time. Obviously we've started quite late, so 3 laps races. So it really will be a dash now to get to the finish line first. Coming out for this race number 2, we've got Rob Finlow coming out of gate 2. Rob's been going very well, of course, the 350 British champion in 2017, in 2016, 2017, Rob Finlow was the 350 British champion. And also coming out another 350 British champion, but I'm not going to try and guess which years he won it, Tony Atkin, returning to the sport this year, and he won last week, of course, at Helsby, so he is in top form at the moment, Tony Atkin.
He goes well. He does. He's a rider, isn't he? Yeah, good.
So no sighting lap for the riders in race number 2. We saw in that first one Martyn Sturgeon made an excellent start and he was very difficult to overtake. So the start's very important in these early stages. So here we go with race number 2, and it is number 10, Tony Atkin, who leads as they go into the first turn. Already getting himself a nice lead in that first place. He's followed by Stuart Mears in second place. Stuart taking a very tight line with that turn, and Finlow is in third. Jody Hodgson is in first place, but at the front, Tony Atkin tries to get himself a gap at the front. He's already 5 or 6 bike lengths up on second place rider Stuart Mears as Rob Finlow tries to come past Stuart Mears. He takes a very wide line going into that top turn, Rob Finlow. He's come right round the outside. He's just about got enough. He's just been gone backwards. So Stuart Mears is back in that second place, but Finlow's changed lines. He's coming to meet him. So Rob Finlow reading the track there, getting himself up the inside of Stuart Mears. Can Mears come back at Rob Finlow on this turn? He's been having a very tight line on this top turn. I can see that Daniel Broughton's pulled off into the middle, but Tony Atkin takes the win. Rob Finlow in second. Stuart Mears finishes third. Jody Hodgson will finish fourth. Thomas Rowlett will be fifth. And Will Derby comes home in 6th place. An excellent win for Tony Atkin, but the points from the top. Rob Finlow, number 6, 7 points. Number 10, Tony Atkin, 9 points. Number 41, Stuart Mears, 6 points. Number 53, Jody Hodgson, 5 points. Number 114, Thomas Rowlett, 4 points. Number 147, Will Thirlby, 3 points. and no points for number 151 Daniel Broughton. So already I can see race number 3 on the line. So away we go with race number 3, and it is number 47 Callum Walker who leads into that first turn. Callum returning for this meeting. He's made an excellent start in his first race back, but he's been pulled across by Charlie Powell, who's coming across the neck and neck as it comes past us. But it is number 37 Callum Walker who leads. Charlie Powell trying to go round him on the outside line. Number 64 Chris Malone in that third place, having an excellent ride as Ben Ilsley climbs the banking up in fourth. But at the front is number 47 Callum Walker. Went away from the sport for about a year and a half, but he's back, and he is got up to the touch with Charlie Powell. Charlie Powell's gone past him. Charlie Powell now takes up the lead with Walker in that second place, and Ben Ilsley has got right onto the back of Chris Malone for that third.
Go on, Callum, you know what you're doing.
So at the front, Charlie Powell, number 92. Looks like he's got this one sewn up as he's got a tight line as he comes out the final bend. It is Charlie Powell who wins. Callum Walker second. Chris Malone does hold on to that third place. Ben Ilsley in fourth. Liam Ashcroft fifth. Tommy Crew comes home sixth. Luke Tuck in seventh. And Dave Hammond eighth place. So the results of race number 3. It was a win for, of course, Charlie Powell, but the points from the top. Number 18, Tommy Crew, 3 points. Number 47, Callum Walker, 7 points. Number 64, Chris Malone, 6 points. Number 82, Ben Ilsley, 5 points. Number 83, Liam Ashcroft, 4 points. Number 89, Luke Tuck, 2 points. And number 92, Charlie Powell, 9 points. And 120, Dave Hammond, 1 point. And for the first time this afternoon, it brings me great joy to say this, over to Jim for the Sidecars.
Thanks, Gareth, and indeed an interesting sidecar competition this afternoon, I think you'll all agree, because there are some old heads, some young heads, and we know that the competition is going to be tough. The toughest thing I think is going to be is getting off this start line. If you look at the camber runs away from you where the solos have been dropping in this bottom turn. It's going to be difficult for the sidecar boys. I'm hoping they're all going to get sorted out safely as they get to that first turn. So we get underway with the first of the sidecars this afternoon for the 2019 Masters Qualifier. Making a great start.
Come on, Kieran!
Go on, Kieran!
Well, they all close up into that first bend, and indeed it gets very, very close. Sort themselves out going down that back straight though. And into that bottom turn with already quite a margin. We've got the young Hicks that was terminating the program, but it's all changed in that second spot. So Kieran Hicks and Kieran Ivey getting up quite a lead. Neil Owen, I can see back in that third spot at the moment, trying to make an impression on that second place. But you can see already that comes down here from Kieran Hicks. Neil Owen being forced to take a wide line coming up past us and into that top corner. He'll be watching things going on in front of him. And I do believe that he's pushed that second place rider up into that challenge for first place, but it's going to be checkered flag for them this time as they come round. So the first of the sidecars this afternoon is going to be close. But it's won by Kieran Hicks and Kieran Ivey. So the first of the sidecars this afternoon won quite convincingly by that very impressive ride there from Kieran Hicks and Kieran Ivey. So maximum 7 points go in, but much the same as you've seen Gareth do with the solos. We'll go from the top and give you the points in that first of the sidecar races. Number 18, Neil Owen, 4 points. Number 12, I should say, 4 points. Number 13, 3 points. Come down a bit further to Matt Roller, number 18, 2 points. Number 29, Tom Cossa, 5 points. And of course maximum 7 points to number 78, Kieran Hicks. on to the second ride for the sidecars. First outing this afternoon for these riders. As they get underway past me, who's made the best of the start. Will Often is with him though on the outside. The two of them together as they go into that first turn. Have they left a gap on the inside? It closes up as they come out of that first turn and down the back straight. It's certainly changing for that second place, or is it? Into the pit bend they go. George Penfold pushing hard on the inside in that second place. That all white up. And George Penfold can do nothing but just follow him into that top turn at the moment. And down the back straight they start to open up a little bit. Paul Whitelam and Alan Elliott really stamping their authority on their first ride this afternoon. A lot of talk this morning was all about it's got to be consistent rides this afternoon. Number one. Will Often can do nothing about George in front of him at the moment, and if anything, George Penfold is closing up on Paul Whitelam as they go down that back straight, and George Penfold goes through. But he really found some speed coming out of that top turn. Paul Whitelam tries to come back at him though on this pit bend, but he's just going to follow him round to the second place. It's a great ride from George Penfold. So a terrific sidecar race, the second of the afternoon, and let's give you those points then. Right, almost halfway down the page we go, and Steph Blythe, number 30, scores 3 points. We then go down to number 80, Will Often, and Steve Hargreaves, 4 points. Number 92, Paul Whitelam and Alan Elliott, 5 points. But the winner, number 124, George Penfold and Bradley Reynolds, maximum 7 points. First leg rides for the sidecars, 4 outfits only on that start line. So they get underway, it is John Hiscock who's made the best of the starts. And John Hiscock it is that leads going into that first turn, with Terry Madley of course riding passenger for John. Been together many years, and good to see them still competing as they go into that pit bend for the first time, get the measure of the circuit. Oh, they've certainly got it the wrong way at the moment. Jeff Lisa and Gareth Tremblers. Oh, and that sounds like there's problems just gone past us. But no problem at all for John Hiscock as he's on that far side and into that pit bend. And up past us for the second time with quite a comfortable lead on Jeff Lisa in second. Pete Shaw is the rider in third place at the moment. Can watch what's going on in front of us. And I'm pleased to see that Paul Standing and Jamie Calling have got their bike going, sounding a lot better. As the second flag goes for John Hiscock and Terry Manley. So very quickly let's give you the results of that third sidecar ride and the points from the top. We go right the way down to number 118, 3 points scored. Number 151, Jeff Mesa and Gareth Tremblers. That's 5 points. And number 184, a good start to the afternoon for John Hiscock and Terry Madley. And number 275, that's 4 points for Pete Shaw. Already the tapes go up and we're underway with the last of the first leg ride. And it is to make a very good start. Followed into that first turn by outfit number 22, Will Penfold and Ricky Pay. And that indeed is how they stay going down that back straight. Bit of a battle going on for third place at the moment, but in the pit bend we see that Miles Simmons and Robbie Simmons riding for it this afternoon get themselves to the front and stay there. Oh, Will Penfold doing everything he can to try and close the gap. He will have seen sitting in that pit box that there was speed coming out of that top turn. He'll try and take advantage of it And as he follows Miles into that bottom turn, Miles has gone a little bit wide on that bottom turn. There may be an opportunity. Just one more lap to go. Miles Simmons and Robbie Simmons look to be very much in control. Again, they turn hard on that top bend. I think that's where the passing's going to be this afternoon. And as they dive into this bottom turn, it's a long drag round to the finish line. But the first race of the afternoon for Miles Simmons, he gets maximum points. So right at the very top of your programmes, this of course was race 7 in your programme, the last of the first leg rides for the Sidecars, and maximum points to outfit number 9, Miles Simmons and Robbie Simmons. Down a little bit further we come to number 18, Mick Stace and Ryan Knowles, 4 points. Number 22, Will Penfold and Ricky Pay, 5 points. Number 86, Dan Berwick, 3 points.
So we turn our attention away from the British Masters Qualifier for a moment as we've got the intermediates on the line and away they go, and I can see a very good start already for number 101 Cameron Taylor. He's made a fantastic start, but he's slowed going to that turn and Mickey Simpson's got up the inside of him. So Mickey Simpson, number 87, gets himself in front as they come out of this turn. Cameron Taylor's in that second place and Kai Ward in third. Aidan Arthur in that fourth place. So Mickey Simpson, you can see why he is touted as one of the sport's great promises. He's an excellent rider. He's had a bit of bad luck this year, Mickey. He actually had a nasty fall earlier in the year and broke his collarbone, but he has come back. You can see it's not frightened him away, and he takes the last lap drag. Mickey Simpson going very well here. Cameron Taylor, this is his first year in the intermediate class, and you can see he's going well as well. So then, number 87, Mickey Simpson, comes around the last corner and takes an emphatic win in the first heat of the Inters. Cameron Taylor, number 101, comes home in second. Suddenly all those riders have come very close to that third place. Aidan Arthur's had to hang on to it and he comes home third with Eli Meadows in fourth and George Pardo fifth. And Jordan Derrick comes home sixth. So the results of race number 8, the first of our intermediate support. It was a win for Mickey Simpson, but the points from the top in the Inters: 21 George Pardo 4, 60 Aidan Arthur 6, no score for number 4 Kai Ward, 84 Eli Meadows 5, 87 Mickey Simpson 9, 101 Cameron Taylor 7, and 247 Jordan Derrick 3, and we're away with race number 9, the 500cc solos, and Aaron Butcher looks like he's made a much better start this time as he leads going into that first turn. Number 20 Aaron Butcher leads, closely followed by number 6 Rob Finlow. Ben Ilsley's got himself in there in third as well. He defends his line from Jody Hudson, but that third place is taken by number 45 Ryan Ashcroft as they go into that turn. Now Aaron Butcher, he had a disappointing first ride, but he's got himself out the gate and in front in this one. A much better ride by number 20 Aaron Butcher as he comes round this top corner. Ryan Ashcroft in that third place does not look like he's got that sewn up, but as I see that, Jody Hudson's got the inside of Ben Ilsley for that fourth. So Aaron Butcher having it all his own way at the front, but there's lots of action for the minor placings in this one. Jody Hudson's backed off a little bit now from that fourth place, and in fact he's gone wide. In the meantime, number 20 Aaron Butcher takes a fine win. Rod Finlow, number 6, comes home in second. Ryan Ashcroft will be third. Ben Ilsley in fourth. Fifth place to number 95 Jordan Knowles. Sixth place Jody Hudson. Seventh Will Fairby. And eighth place number 18 Tommy Crew. So the results of race number 9, the 500cc solos. From the top of the point scoring chart, number 6 Rod Finlow, 7 points. Number 18 Tommy Crew, 1 point. Number 20, Aaron Butcher, a fine win, 9 points for him. Number 45, Ryan Ashcroft, 6 points. Number 53, Jodie Hodgson, 3 points. Number 82, Ben Ilsley, 5 points. Number 95, Jordan Knoll, 4 points. And number 147, Will Thirlby, 2 points. So a much better ride from Aaron Butcher that time, showing us why he was that National Graders List topper last year. But we turn to race number 10. And off we go, and off the gate we go, and it's Callum Walker, number 47, who's made a good start once again, but Tony Atkin leads going into the turn. Callum Walker's in that second, and Daniel Winterton is in the third, but he's gone very tight. He's trying to come up the inside of Callum Walker as they come out of this turn. Daniel Winterton takes that second place as they go back into the pit turn. So, Tony Atkin out the front. Callum Walker and Daniel Winterton's battle is not finished for that second place. As Walker tries to come round the outside of Winterton, he switches lines and tries to come up the inside of him as well, but he still can't get past. The last lap flag's ready for Tony Atkin. He's in fantastic form this afternoon. Jamie Fenn-Smith in 4th place, having another good ride with Chris Malone in 5th. But all eyes are on that 1st place. Number 10, Tony Atkin. He looks like he is in determined mood this afternoon to get himself back into that British Masters final. He takes another win. It's number 10, Tony Atkin. Daniel Winterton is in 2nd. Callum Walker 3rd. Jamie Fenn-Smith comes home 4th. 5th place for Chris Malone. 6th for Liam Ashcroft. Daniel Wilton looks like he's going to win this battle for 7th with Rob Teed in 8th. So the results of race 10. It was a win, and he's at the top of our list this time. Number 10, Tony Atkin, 9 points once again. Number 12, Daniel Winterton, 7 points. Number 17, Rob Teed, 1 point. Number 32, Jamie Fenn-Smith, replacing Scott Ryan, 5 points. Number 47, Callum Walker, 6 points. Number 64, Chris Malone, 4 points. Number 83, Liam Ashcroft, 3 points. And number 151, Daniel Broughton, 2 points. And away we go once again with race number 11. So we are going through the meeting very quickly now. I can see Stephen Green in that second, but it is Charlie Powell that's got himself to the front once again. He won first time out. Charlie Powell leads with Stephen Green in that second place. Stuart Mears riding well again in 3rd. And another heat winner in that first one, Martyn Sturgeon. He's only in 4th this time. So, Charlie Powell's got himself a lot of space up the front, in front of Stephen Green. Does he have any answer to him? The last lap flag already being made ready, of course, only 3 laps. Stuart Mears looks comfortable in that 3rd place this time. Charlie Powell currently track reserve for the European Solo semi-final happening in Midshires in a few weeks' time. Stephen Green's gone into that top corner much quicker this time. He's made up a lot of ground, but I don't think he's going to have enough. It's another win for Charlie Powell. Stephen Green is in 2nd. Stuart Mears comes home 3rd. 4th place for Martyn Sturgeon. 5th place for Thomas Rowlett. 6th place to Dave Hammond, and Luke Tuck takes 7th. So another back-to-back winner there in race number 11, but from the top, the points this time. Number 15, Martyn Sturgeon, 5 points. Number 41, Stuart Mears, 6 points. No score for number 56, Richard Reed. Number 66, Stephen Green, 7 points. Number 89, Luke Tuck, 2 points. Number 92, Charlie Powell, 9 points. Number 114, Thomas Rowlett, 4 points. And number 120, Dave Hammond, 3 points. So now they can add all of those points together, and we'll be able to find out who is the top 8 at the moment, with a lot more racing to do.
I'll give you a chance to catch up on all the points and see who it is that's romping away with it in the solo competition. Good to see Tony Atkins in such good form. But we turn our attention back to the sidecars, and I can tell you that looking at the lineup for race 12 in your programme, it's no previous heat winners going in this one, and I suspected that we might be missing a few as well. So 3 outfits only going, and a chance to get maximum points from this one for these 3. Make the best of the starts, but he's under pressure going into that first turn, so those 2 outfits breaking away a little bit. And is it going to be change coming out of that bend? Matt Promroller reacts and moves out wide. He's left a gap on the inside, though it could be close on this pit bend. So Matt Promroller, Gareth Williams, looking to see Tom Cosser it is has come through on the inside of him, and I could see all sorts of gaps being opened up, and Tom Cosser has taken advantage as he goes down into that pit turn. He's now got the lead, he's got the job of keeping the door shut. And going into the last lap, he's into 1 more lap to do. Oh, it is outfit number 29, Tom Cosser, that's going down that back straight. He scored well in his first ride. It'll be good to get maximum points from this one. Keeps him right in contention. Remember, it is 10 that go through to the British Masters. But Matt Promroller won't mind. He's got good second place points as well. And then Mick Stace coming round for that 3rd place. So only 3 finishers there, but of course the outfit of Tom Cosser and Wayne Richards won't mind at all. They get maximum 7 points. We do it as we've been doing all day. No score to outfit number 10. No score for outfit, there was a non-starter John Stafford. And you get your first points going to number 15, Matt Promroller and Gareth Williams. That's 5 points. Number 18, Mick Stace and Brian Knowles, 4 points. And the maximum points going to number 29, Tom Cosser and Wayne Richards. No other points scored there, so just those 3 scoring as we now look to race 13 in your programme. And we have got first heat winners, Kieran Hicks and George Penfold. Well, Kieran Hicks it is has made the best of the starts and turns into that first turn exactly where he wants to be. Can he make it 2 out of 2? There's a scrap going on for second, but look at the change going on that far side. Oh, Kieran Hicks tries to close the door going into this pit bend, but he's been forced to go a little bit wide. Comes up past me. It is the outfit of number 124, George Penfold, that's putting the pressure on from that second place. He looks really quick coming out of that top bend. Kieran, I think, went a little bit wide at that time. He's hoping to get a tighter line coming out of this pit bend. So, George Penfold again tries to get close going into that top turn. Well, he'll be much quicker coming out of that bend, but then he spins the back wheel and loses the drive. But goes into the pit bend, sitting there in that second place again. So Kieran Hicks is going to make it 2 out of 2 this afternoon. There goes the American flag. Good ride from those 2 crews. Will often finishes in 3rd, and Jeff Meacher finishing in 4th. So race 13, let's go straight down the column once again and start with number 68 Dan Berwick, 2 points. Number 78 Kieran Hicks and Kieran Ivey, 7 points. Number 80 Will Hoffman, Steve Hargreaves, 4 points. Number 124 George Penfold, 5 points. And 151 Jeff Meacher, 3 points. You should have had those points from the top. 2, 7, 4, 5, 3. And we carry those points across, and again we see a rather depleted field in this one. And we've got one outfit with problems getting started.